How did you think they handled the emotions of that match?
They're probably better than their coach. I thought, pretty well. I mean, obviously, intense game, right? Chippy. I think fouls were pretty even. They might have had a few more, but I'm pretty certain that yellow cards. 12 to 9. I'm pretty certain, field player wise, yellow cards were a lot to none. So that confused me a little bit. I think all of our players were a little confused on that. But found a way to make plays. Notre Dame's a very good team, and we knew that. We knew they were young, but very talented and deep and fit and good team. And obviously Mary's goals change games. Big time goal early on. I think we outshot them 10-0 in the first half, and it would have been nice to get a second one. And then very unfortunate to have to kill off the game there at the end after getting a 2-0 lead. But at the same time, I think that's good for us. We beat Miami 1-0. We beat BC 1-0, and I think this is just our third one-goal win of the season. So to have to do that matters and helps us grow up a little bit.
Just the goals. I mean, there were some really good ones. It takes a lot in these moments in this type of the season just to get those, like you said, the early one, but then Sophia's. The game had kind of gotten a little chippy, and end to end at that point, how big were those for you guys?
Yeah, massive. I mean, and the second goal, it's such a physical game, and they press, and we're trying to find the moments to play soccer and find the moments to be a little bit more direct. And we had the ball on the left side, and then G and Peyton and Taylor, the combination of the three of them, combined really well to get it out of there. And then the pass wound up being almost a little 50-50 situation. Soph stepped in, and I tell you what, she can strike a ball cleanly, just as she did on that goal. So while that's probably surprising, is that her first goal
of the season,
right? Of the season, not her career. I don't know.
Let me verify that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I remember a Soph goal. But she can score. She's been an attacking player her whole life, and she can strike a ball cleanly like that. And we had the perfect angle. As soon as it came off her foot, you knew it was goal. So big time, happy for her.
So, Coach, in the second half, it seemed like Notre Dame kind of amped it up a little bit. They had more of the possession, and they kind of forced you guys back defensively. What do you think happened there? Do you think did they change something tactically, or how would you kind of explain what happened there? Is that just soccer happens sometimes?
I think it's probably, I don't know that they changed a whole lot, right? I think towards the very end, they started to throw three up top. But I think it's a little bit of a function of chasing the game a little bit. I think we might have fatigued a little bit, lost some juice. We obviously, for about the last 27 minutes, didn't have Jordan up top, right? She had about a 5-7 minute rest, and then obviously we played her in the back for the end, and she's so good at flipping the field for us, right? And our midfielders were having to defend a lot, and we chose, obviously, the Carissa played 90, Taylor played 90, and then the other, midfielders sharing the job were Peyton and Mary. And Peyton was a little animal, and we rode her for defensive purposes, even though she kind of helped us in the attack a little bit. But Mary probably can flip the field better than she can. So I think it's kind of a combination of them chasing the game and foot on the gas a little bit more, having to take Cam off and some changes and just life, which is again why a second goal, whether it's in that first half or the first 15 of that second half, could have changed things. But like I said, just good that we had to, not fun that we had to kill it off, but good for us to gain some confidence in having to do so. Cause
it seemed like, and I might have been imagining this, but it seemed like there was a couple times where Heather and Addie kind of miscommunicated there on some of those balls in the box. Did you see that? What kind of goes into that? How do you clean that up?
Yeah, I mean, tough situations. They got in line, they crossed balls in. I don't know how much of it was miscommunication, how much of it was just sometimes there are balls that came into Gilly that are awkward to kind of clear, and she kind of sits them down and almost has to wait a second before she can go ahead and make contact, right? obviously there's the goal, which I think Mimi was maybe involved in that collision on the goal. So, I think Addie is tends to be a little bit more of a stay-at-home goalkeeper and not terribly aggressive off her line, coming for stuff, right? And which is why we kind of ideally leave Gilly free to clean stuff up right in front of her. And fortunately tonight they made all the plays minus the goal that happened.
How much are you looking forward to them getting another shot at Wake Forest? I know you have a lot of respect for what Wake is this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, we're all humans, and, we were embarrassed, and Wake was coming for us, and they're a phenomenal team, and Tony does a great job. And, anytime, and actually Nate and I joked before this game that we were both hoping that we were going to get to play Va-Tech tonight, right? And unfortunately we had to play each other, right? Because we both lost to Va-Tech, right? And so, when you lose to a team and you feel like you were better than that performance that night, then you want another shot. But it's a tall order because they're a senior-laden team, 19 seniors, good attacking players, so organized in the back. But nonetheless, our team will be excited to play.
Since that game, Leah Washington, this season, she's been great, but with the two men up top, or the two girls up top, her pressing, especially tonight, she didn't get on the score sheet, didn't get the assist, but her pressing tonight and kind of setting that tone. You talked about it throughout the year. How big is that, especially since that game against Wake?
Yeah, I think the change in shape has changed our team, and it's changed so many players' seasons in a lot of ways, right? And I think for all four of those players up top, I think having a player next to Duds has helped Duds. I think Soleil being central, and whether it's her pressing or her ability to be closer to goal, her ability to spin players and just get on the ball, right? When you play in a wide area as a winger, you're at the mercy of the game, and the game sometimes finding you. It's much easier to find the game when you're in a two front. So certainly we've reaped the benefits of it. She's reaped the benefits of it. And then same thing with Hudson, right? And then Gianna at times as well. So all four of them, right? And I felt like we were kind of playing ourselves tonight because, Notre Dame was making changes up top in the same fashion we were. But yeah, Soleil's been massive, and like you said, not on the scoreboard tonight, but still a total handful that made them defend her.